Okay, we are live for the first ever episode of Without Pants with me and Brett Scott.
We are not wearing pants.
Well, you don't have to wear pants, and that's the point of this. Is we're gonna watch different TV shows and talk about them, and just kind of go on tangents for like an hour. And it's all accomplished potentially without pants because we're not hanging out in the same room.
There's nothing dirty about it.
Not yet, at least. So I just pushed it live to
There it goes.
Facebook and YouTube and everybody. So you can tune in. You can tweet us. I'm at Dylan J. Jacobson, and he's at Brett P. Scott. So if you want to send us weird messages while we're talking, you certainly can. Today we're going to talk about the first episode of the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which I've seen 3 times now. So I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on it. How about you, Brett?
Twice viewing. I think I have a better grasp.
So before we get into it, are you going to be in the mad scientist persona the whole time, like every time we do this?
No.
No? You don't want to have a character?
Should I?
I don't know. You just took the goggles off. Oh, my God.
What?
Anyway, what'd you think of the first episode of Kimmy Schmidt?
Not really sure. It was a show on Netflix.
Well, I remember the first
Not too
time.
bad.
The first time you watched it was over here with me, and I know you laughed a lot. Was it different this time?
I think knowing where all the jokes were kind of brought it down a little.
Would you think that the series might be a show that's better the first time through?
It kind of came off that way a little bit. I think it's better first time through. Repeat. It does, I don't think it holds up for repeat viewing a little bit.
Is it, like you said, just because you can tell where all the jokes are going to be and where they're coming from, or what?
Yeah. It's you know this is all happening. Like you can only play off the village idiot once, really.
Well, and I've noticed this is something that I thought I would save for later, but I'll talk about it now. Kimmy seems much more emotionally stunted in the first episode than I feel like she does throughout the rest of the series.
Oh yeah.
She seems culturally stunted the whole time, but in this one she's still behaving more like a 13-year-old, and I feel like they kind of retcon that a lot.
Yeah.
She's just kind of eccentric as opposed to a 29-year-old, 13-year-old. If that makes sense. So
as I was watching again, I kind of started wondering, like, aside from the fact that one question later when they were breaking into the bunker, why the locks were still intact on this bunker when they come back to visit later. But that was another, like, she's now out and about in New York and isn't really trying to catch up on anything. She's just kind of like bringing it all in as it kind of goes. I mean, wouldn't that be something you normally do if you were like secluded for a long time? So only go for us if we were like locked up for like 10 years. Once we get out, bring me the internet. What have I missed?
well, maybe. I think.
Of course, she doesn't have any internet. She doesn't know what that is.
Immerse herself in it. I know that 15 years ago there was internet, but it wasn't amazing. So maybe it's not something you're going to consider.
I mean, even like the libraries and magazines, like magazine sections of the library would help her catch up.
Right. It seems like they went to New York within days of getting out of the bunker. And her hasty decision to stay was made that fast, like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Because we don't even see her interact with her family yet. And I don't want to spoil that for people who might be listening or watching who haven't seen the show all the way through. But we don't even know that she has a family, really. in this
No,
first
no, they
episode.
don't really give you the impressions she does. Like she's just some 15-year-old girl and whisked away by some creepy preacher who repeatedly calls him stupid.
Right. He seems more conniving and maniacal in this early stuff, where he just seems manipulative and like kooky later on. So yeah, that's kind of weird, and that's kind of how a lot of shows start. I keep glancing over the screen because I paused it, but
yeah, they always have like the first episode is a mild introduction of characters, and then about halfway through, suddenly the character you haven't seen's personality is completely different.
Right. Well, that and the characters you do know have changed some too, because the actors and actresses have gotten more comfortable portraying them, and the writers have gotten more comfortable deciding how they're going to behave. So things change a ton, and it's not so noticeable your first time through because you're just so caught up in the characters that you don't think about how different they were just 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, things change fast. I feel like in the next episode, we're going to be able to note, like, oh, this is totally different. Like, she's not a 13-year-old girl in her head anymore.
Yeah, she's starting to.
I feel like Titus doesn't change at all, though.
No, and I noticed that, like, first off, he's like the cold, back away, I don't want to know you, you're going to be judgmental. Then afterwards, like, oh, no, you're fine.
Well, he rides her for money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. His character stays pretty much the same, and so does their landlord. What's her name?
Actually, I felt she kind of changed a little bit, honestly.
Yeah?
She's not as late here as she is later. And
they dumb her up a little bit later on.
I feel like they kind of dumbed her up a little bit, and the fact that later, when she was introducing, she actually buzzed to get into the apartment when she has the key, and she just walks in later.
That's true. So she goes from being kind of eccentric and out of the loop to being like crazy, borderline moronic.
Yeah, and I think they kind of dulled her makeup a little bit too later, because there's a visual difference too when you see her.
Right. I noticed that.
The hair's white, a little bit more wild, and she has more rings under her yeah, she's more bags under her eye.
Right. They kind of portray her a little bit differently, but I felt like those two characters are probably the most consistent. Maybe Mrs. Voorhees is pretty consistent, but she's a fat hop.
Not Voorhees, Jason's mother.
Yeah, right. What's her kid's name on this show? It's a dumb name.
Their names just threw me off when they first announced them.
I can't remember the kid's name. It's stupid. So it's tough to remember. But you'd think you would. But you have characters like Kimmy and Titus who are really likable. And that little kid just isn't. He's also really... Buckley? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's it. His name's Buckley.
But, yeah, he's not important, really. He drives a few episodes. But
he drives about one.
This one and the birthday episode that's coming?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He does drive this one a little bit because he gets her the job.
Right. He's really important on just kind of leading you to how the whole show is going to work.
Yeah. Then basically after his birthday, he's kind of like doesn't mean anything.
Right. I feel like we barely see him after that.
Well, actually, I noticed another thing as I was watching again. I don't know if I should say because it's actually probably a spoiler. Should I? A spoiler, but his tutor.
Yeah. I feel like his tutor and Buckley both go away at the same time later on.
Yeah. His tutor lasts like maybe 2 episodes more, and then.
No, I think he's got a few more. I feel like he goes almost to halfway, like 4 or 5 episodes. I won't spoil why, but he's kind of important. They build him up a little bit.
They build him up
And
a
then,
little bit and then just kind of like take the rug out from underneath him and he drops.
right, and it feels like Buckley just goes with like, we don't care.
And
So
just when you think they bring him back for like a cameo later on, crap, how can I say this about well, they bring him back later for signing some papers, and that's it.
right, what was the kid from Happy Days who went upstairs and never came back down? Uh,
Oh,
it wasn't Potsy, it was the other one.
no.
But I feel like they almost do that with Buckley, where it's like, or that or Morgan from Boy Meets World, where she goes upstairs in season 1 and doesn't come back to like season 4, and they make her comment that she had a really long timeout. So,
Yeah.
like, maybe he won't even be around in the next season. But I don't
Well,
know.
how did the? Actually, I don't know. Crap. I can't really say too much because without necessarily giving away what some of the stuff that happens.
Right, so we got to avoid some topics. But
Well, luckily, this will probably be the only time we actually have seen an entire season of the show. Before and about one episode.
It'd be better for us to start with a show we've seen at least once, because then if we
No, I mean going through the entire series.
Right, if we get lazy about watching the show, we've seen this already. So when we jump to something at least one of us hasn't seen, it's going to be harder, where we have to be a little more dedicated to watching it. Like with this, I worked out while it was on, and I started laundry and all that stuff. So, because I've seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
But I feel like I didn't really miss a whole lot. How do you feel about the money getting stolen?
Well, I was like, it kind of like an interesting plot device to like show that she's gonna give up as a terrible of event has happened. She loses all this money, but at the same time, I wondered there are so many things she could have done to prevent that necessarily.
Well, she's also perpetually a 13-year-old girl in this episode.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, why would you take the backpack full of money with you? I mean, wouldn't you just grab like a couple hundred out?
You would think. They don't really explain why she brings it with her, especially unless she has a place to live.
Yeah.
But the thing that I feel, and this is a big spoiler, is they never go back to like, what happened to my $13,000? We never find out what happened.
Yeah, we never have an episode later where some guy's walking down the street talking about how he stole a backpack full of $13,000 from some stupid girl at the nightclub who put it around her feet.
Right, even if we had like 5 seconds of some character commenting on it, that would feel more appropriate towards the sense of humor that the show builds off of.
Yeah.
But they don't touch it at all. It seems like they gave Kimmy all that money just so they could drive the whole like, I'm living with Titus thing.
I'm broke in New York.
Right. Because then they take her from being broke to having like $15,000 because she gives Titus a shitload of money. And then
he gave her like, I think he gave her $1,000.
Well, she gave him.
She gave him.
Yeah,
like
so
$1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah, it was a ton of money. And then they just take it all away. So I feel like it's just there to showcase that she's stunted and just to pair her with Titus so we don't have to worry about like, well, how are they paying for this? What are they doing? It felt ham-fisted.
Yeah.
So,
there probably were a few other things they could have done to like showcase that she's doing okay now, and now she's not.
Right.
The whole giving her money and then take it away was just kind of felt kind of pointless, really. I mean,
I think I would have even liked it more if it would have been like, because they're on the morning show or Good Morning USA or whatever, something, and if they would have been paid like $1,500 for that, and she gives Titus most of that money, and they have just enough to go out and party or whatever, instead of just being, here's a giant sum of money for no reason, take it all away. So,
well, if you recall, in the beginning when she said she was going to stay, the other three women gave her their share.
right.
So I can assume she probably only had like maybe
$300.
$4 maybe. No,
$1,000, yeah, you're probably right.
I can't math.
But they called it their bunker money, didn't they?
It was a donation money that they each got
For being mole women.
For mole women. And then, like, they said, and then she said she was going to go. They all said, here, take our share of the mole woman money.
Right. That was still weird. It's just like, here's a bunch of money. No, it's gone.
Yeah,
and we're not going to worry about it ever.
We've been in this bunker for many years. They were, 15 years.
Yeah, they were down there
15 years, 15 grand, $1,000 a year.
Yeah, I suppose.
But it, like, the other three willingly gave. I mean, sure, her best friend and maybe the other schizophrenic girl who was there, but like, I don't necessarily see the Mexican cleaning lady really giving it up, especially because she didn't really like him.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to have a relationship with them other than we were trapped together for a decade and a half.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. Kimmy gets paid $17 an hour under the table in cash to take care of Buckley and deal with Mrs. Voorhees being crazy. Let's put you.
The dog.
What's that?
And massage the dog.
And massage the dog. Let's put you in Kimmy's shoes. Would you do all of that ridiculous stuff knowing what's going to happen to her later? Would you sit through it all for $17 an hour under the table?
She working how long a day? Is she getting like a 40-hour week or?
I'm imagining yes. They treat it like that. But even if she was pulling a 30-hour week, she'd be making more than you right now.
Yeah.
More than me.
Yeah.
So would you do it?
Me?
No.
Yes.
You would, without a question. Would you be able to do it without being crazy?
No.
No. Do you think it would break?
I'd lose my mind at some point over a few things.
By the way, I need to say hi, Bobley. It looks like he's our one viewer right now for the live stream.
Bobley!
So, yeah, we're. Oh, he's gone now. We're not wearing pants.
Away.
If I took off any, well, now he's back. If I took off any of more of my pants stuff, I'd be naked. So, ooh.
Underneath these clothes, I am naked.
Okay, so now let's switch roles. Let's say you have, I'm not going to say you are Titus, but you're in his shoes, and Kimmy's moving in with you, and you get paid in quarters to dress up as a almost Iron Man every day. Would you do that? You're getting a roommate who can probably afford the whole thing by herself.
Granted, if she didn't lose it, but then again, she is making the 17 an hour. To be, No.
No, you wouldn't. Not for that like almost Iron Man outfit.
No, not for the almost Iron Man outfit. Just for the fact that there's a lot of grief he goes into with it. And plus, knowing me, I don't have the patience for that kind of thing.
To hand out flyers?
Well, it'd probably be hot and I'd get uncomfortable fast, but I'm thinking there'd be some kid who'd come up and mouth off to me or something. And we all know that wouldn't end well.
I'm just wondering, not to drag your actual work life into this, but you work in a place where you're hot and uncomfortable all day, and you have someone who's basically a little kid harassing you all day.
Holy crap, you're right.
You've been doing this for 2 years. So, why couldn't you just wear that outfit and stand on a street corner?
Yeah, but I don't got the singing talent he does.
Oh, come on. You can sing. Sing Circle of Life for me.
No.
Oh, come on. The internet wants to hear you sing. Your
The internet is
monster sounds from the last episode had us ranking at like 75 viewers, which is more than I would ever imagine someone would sit through staring at us with crappy visuals.
it was my monster noises that brought in 75 views.
I think it was because I started sharing a link that just went to like me saying, "So what does that sound like?" And then you going and like letting it all out. So what would the Circle of Life sound like if you sang it?
Well, how would it be sung?
Like Titus did, you know?
I can't do like Titus. I can't do that.
Well, how would you sing it then?
Now I'm all self-conscious and don't want to.
Oh, come on. Aren't you drinking beer?
Well, this is my third one.
Well, how many is it? Is it like 4? Is it like Randy on My Name Is Earl? I think that was his magic number.
I don't know.
When you don't reply to me, I just make faces at you. But you need to put one more beer in you to get you to sing.
You want me? I can't sing. Circle. Well, all you get is in the Circle of Life, and that's all I'd be singing.
That's all I'm asking.
I'm just kidding. I ain't doing it.
Oh, come on. We have a viewer and you're going to let him down.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
In the set, I can't do it now just because.
Sing all like deep and beautiful like you do sometimes.
Oh, thank you.
See, now you got to do it because I complimented you.
Ah, crap.
Here we go, folks.
I can't. I'm laughing too awkwardly for it. In the set. Nope.
Oh, come on. Belt it out.
In the circle of life.
Whoa. That was not beautiful.
Circle, wait, what the hell am I singing again? Something about circles.
I am writing a musical for you, and you're going to do all the singing, and it's going to be awful.
You know how I feel about musicals.
I know. I was going to ask you that. Like, does it bother you on a show like this where there's a character who sings like 20% of his lines?
Honestly, for that, no, because I felt that fits doesn't detract from the story itself. Musicals, I just feel like when they start singing, it's like, well, they're just trying to fill in the gap of time now.
Well, they're trying to tell you the story by singing and dancing. They're not trying to fill in for time.
That's how I feel it is.
If you cut out all the songs in a play like Sweeney Todd, you would have something along the lines of, "Look, we're in London. Doesn't London suck? They all died." And that would be it.
That'd be great.
You'd be like, I would watch that again. That was 40 seconds of my life.
I can't read emotion when people are singing. I just look at it and go, they're singing. They're trying to convey something. They lost me.
Is that really it? Like, you lose track of what they're trying to convey emotionally?
I think so. And they just don't entertain me. I don't know. They just.
Does it ever make you wonder why you like music? Like you do like music and like singing along. You just don't like musical.
Now I need to get all soul searching and figure this out.
Well, don't get up and walk away because you're not wearing pants.
I never said that.
That's what this is called, without pants. That's how we're selling it. I have all of the search engine optimization pumping out Kimmy Schmidt without pants.
Oh, now we're going to get all those people who are thinking this is dirty.
Right, and they're going to tune in on accident like Bobley did, where he's like, a girl without pants? Dylan's broadcasting that? And then we get comments.
There! Wait, where's the girl? Where's the no pants? Who are the hell are these two schmucks? I was lied. Wait, they said what?
Bobley comments that some musicals are better than others. I think he's trying to get you to expand your horizons and appreciate more things.
Hey, I saw The Lion King.
I want you to put your goggles back on because Bobley also wants you to step into the light. I'm not sure if he means illuminate your background better, but with your goggles on, you sure had this big sheen that was far cooler than just your glasses.
All right. Goggles, where are they? Here!
Mind you, we did not see his pants because he's not wearing any. It's wiener out sort of stuff.
Hey, I have underoos.
I was thinking about drawing a graphic of us standing like heroically and then having a quick like whiplash sound and a swooshing animation and the pants are gone. And that would be how everything starts. What do you think of that? Without pants.
I like it.
You should animate it. I gave you Toon Boom.
Yes, you did. And then we can use this to launch my idea for Snap-on pants.
Yes, would you explain that for our one viewer who is probably completely taken by this, just the sound of Snap-on pants? It should be Slap-on pants.
Slap-on? Yeah, Slap-on pants. Yeah,
So
you're right. It is Slap-on. That's how I initially thought of it. Well, it all started out as work one day because all I do is repetitive motions all day, and I quit thinking about what I'm actually doing.
Your Facebook wants you.
What?
It sounds like your Facebook wants you.
It does. I'm going to ignore it. So,
Slap-on pants.
Slap-on pants. I was sitting there. I can't recall how I exactly arrived at this conjunction or idea, but I wound up thinking there are tearaway pants. We just grab them, rip them off, and why can't we have pants that go backwards?
Right.
That was pretty much where that thought
kind of went. Explain how they work, and I'm going to read a comment from a user here. Okay, so Beth tuned in, and she said, Brett, thank you for sharing your rendition of The Circle of Life. It was so heartfelt, moving, and full of emotion. Confused emotion. I can get you the lyrics if you need them. Smiley face.
In the circle of life.
See, now you're coming way further because you're getting compliments from girls.
I have my Googles on. Brett is not here.
Oh, so you're in character now.
Brett's not
now
here.
I challenge you to wear a black t-shirt, your lab coat, and your goggles, and just your tidy whities every time we do this, and have no fear of standing up and letting people see your glory.
But if I do that, I'd have to shout, "Gentlemen, behold."
Isn't that a perfect opportunity?
Aside from that, that's something you've been wanting me to do for years.
I wanted you to do that to our first RA ever because you stayed like 3 days longer than I did for classes or something, and it was like you and him. And he said that he was going to come by to check you out after your last final or something, and I was like, Brett, when he gets there, drop your pants and say, behold. And you're like, okay, I'll do it. And then I IM'd you. I got on MSN, and I was like, did you do it? And you're like, no.
And I made you cry.
I was just so excited. You did it to me and Katie once. I think.
I did?
I know you did it to at least me. But I could swear Katie was there. If she watches,
Imagine if I had tearaway pants when I did that.
or slap on. So slap-on pants don't just go back on like snap-off pants. Slap-on pants are like those like 90s and 80s slap-on bracelets, but with your pants.
Initially.
And that's the part that you should have explained a little better, was that concept. Because this has a slap around and slap
sound effect exactly.
around your legs and like around your groin. So it's probably going to nut shot you almost every time.
Yeah. Who hasn't been shot in the nuts?
Worth taking, you say. You wear your cup, put that down your underoos, and slap your pants on, and they're probably hotter than hell.
Probably. But I envision. But here'd be the commercial for it. You're a go-getting businessman, and your alarm just fails to wake you up in time for the meeting. You have just enough time to be late. So you not go, but you don't have enough time to fully get changed. But luckily, you have slap-on pants. You make it to the presentation in time, and your pants look fantastic.
It needs a more powerful, like, slap-on pants. Maybe he's like running out the door already. He's got his tie on, everything's good, except
he forgot his pants.
Yeah, and like one of his neighbors is like, "Yo, Jimmy, you forgot your pants," and he like throws them at him, and then Jimmy's like, "Thanks," and he like gets in the cab or whatever. But he's still just got enough time to be late. I like that description. Just enough time to be late.
Just a wee bit.
So that's a good description. Is that the only invention you've come up with at work?
Well, many moons ago, I did come up with an idea for a snow bike. Not the ones that just have skis on them and you ride downhill. I'm talking about you actually pedal this thing and it has like a snowmobile set up on the back, treads on the back, and the ski in the front.
Wouldn't this be like heinously hard to pedal?
More than likely. But like I said, I came up with this idea many moons ago.
Like after your third cabinet?
No, this was before I was working at Starmark.
Oh. Was this when you were counting pipe parts at that one place for like 20 minutes?
No, this was before that. This was still high school, I think.
Oh, this was before, dare I say it, Best Buy.
Yeah.
Do you care to share your feelings about Best Buy?
No. No,
just no. What a great live cast. Talk to Brett and his answers are yes, no, eh.
I'm not that big of a fan of Best Buy because I worked there for a winter season. And when it came time for the winter season to be done, they couldn't be bothered to tell me my services were no longer required. They just stopped scheduling me to come in and work. I went in to check the schedule. It first started out 5 days a week, 4 days, 3, 2, 1. I went in after I worked the 1 day that week. Where's my name on the schedule? Oh, okay. And like 2 other guys who were in their work, apparently they didn't know either, I guess. Or if they did, they were probably wondering why I was looking at the schedule, but they never said anything. I looked at the schedule, my name didn't pop up, so I said, oh, and took that, I see. Well then, goodbye, guys. Walked out.
Then you came home violent, and we had to restrain you.
Yes. Yes, you did.
I don't remember that very well, because I might be making that part up.
Well, I did kick you in the head.
Yeah, and that's why my hair's curly. So
no, your hair's always been that curly. But we managed to, like, where I kicked you, we pulled the hair over so it covers that.
Oh yeah, I've got like a Trump thing going on. This whole side of my head is a comb over of sorts.
Yep.
including the sideburn. That actually just like sticks on with some tape and holds everything down.
Hair tape.
Hair tape. It's like spirit gum, but like way cheaper, and you get it at the dollar store. I'd pull it off, but it just looks terrifying under there.
And it's really stringy.
The tape or the skin?
Yes.
So, we watched the first episode of Kimmy Schmidt. Are you confident we can watch the whole season and still do this? Well, my eye got glued shut. And still do this once a week.
Now, are we like the entire season of this, or are we going to watch a different show every week?
Well, that would be interesting. I feel like if we did a different show every week, we should do a movie instead of a TV series. Which could force me to watch Snowpiercer.
Ooh. I've been trying to get you to watch that for years. A year.
Well, yeah, probably about a year. Maybe. But you need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, I do.
Daredevil. How can you not be watching Daredevil? You get home, you slap off your pants, and you don't watch Daredevil. I don't understand at all.
No, you misunderstand. Slap on pants do not slap off.
Are they hard to get off?
Probably. I was initially thinking of like, you know that magnetic mosquito net things on doors that clacks?
Yeah.
Somehow you do that, but that wouldn't necessarily like be able to slap it on.
You're really giving this some thought.
Yeah.
Almost
I've written entire movies while at work.
What?
I've written entire movies while I was at work.
Like Bike Cop.
No, we wrote that. We wrote that like in one night. All 3 movies.
Right. And it was the best.
Yep, the best.
Because Bike Cop.
Bike Cop.
Where you become a bike and you're a cop.
Yep.
A bicycle. Pedaling.
The both of us.
I pedal, you, the man bike.
And the non-gay way.
In the non-gay way. Because that's a totally different movie.
Yep.
That's Fabulous Bike Cop.
The Fabulous!
And that will be the 4th movie when we reboot the whole thing. With new actors.
Isn't it the gay porno parody?
No. Because I think that would be like Bite Cop. Or Bike Cock.
Would probably be.
So.
On the reboot, it's not me.
No, it's new people. It's going to be like Kevin James and
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
James will do the bike and he'll be out of shape. Chris Rock will wed them. He's also like a bicycle mechanic. Swears too much.
See, we're writing the 4th movie right now. This is magic, people.
Adam Sandler is a moron, kind of sing-songy voice with a speech impediment. He just wanted to be a cop so bad that the city just let him because his family's rich. Stupid, but he's going to get the girl while Kevin James, the obese bike cop, gets a guy.
Oh my God, this is like completely possible if you look at the other movies they've done.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm building off of. Kevin James is Paul Blart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can just be Paul Blart and he gets turned into a bicycle.
Yes.
Paul Blart Bike Cop. Paul Blart 3. Do you think Paul Blart will be in Mallrats?
No.
I think he should be the mall cop in Mallrats. as opposed to LaFleur's or LaFours, however they pronounce his name.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to take him serious as a mall cop in Mallrats. I think if Paul Blart was the mall cop in there, it wouldn't have the intimidating fear of "don't screw around in my mall." He'd be like "Hey, yeah, give me that joint."
You know, I'm going to break subject for a second.
I think we've already done that.
How many people tuned in just because I called this Without Pants?
That's a good question. How many?
And I tagged you in it. I tagged you, and I said Without Pants, and people popped in to watch it. So I think the thing is
sick, degenerate, kind-loving people.
As long as we put you in front of a camera and say something weird is going to happen, people are going to watch it.
Yeah, apparently if we put my name in the podcast video you guys did, you get 75 views.
Remember, this is an idea for you, and you have to do this on your own, because I have 10,000 projects going on. But remember when we wanted to do Secrets of the Universe?
Oh, right. Yes.
You could do that as a live broadcast. Then you could make it feel more like PBS.
I'd have to do a lot of different setup. And I'd only have my laptop to do it.
What's wrong with that? You can start with what you got, and then if people dig it, you get better equipment, because maybe you'll get a Patreon or something and start making money.
Secret. Universe.
And then, you know...
We'll be making. Hold on. I forgot to turn off the echo.
Oh. Yeah, you could be like Bill Nye, ridiculous.
Yeah, this could be Bill Nye. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an ordinary household flashlight with this TV remote and this brick of uranium.
Keep going. I like this. This is almost like your pilot.
First off, take your TV remote and gut it. We'll do that later.
I've gutted this remote here.
Luckily, I've already prepared one earlier. And it seems to have become a household sponge.
This would be great. Just do it in your kitchen. You got that.
That's what I was thinking. I have the little island thing.
Right.
I could just stand in front of that.
Right. In your lab coat and your goggles. Welcome. And you come up from below. You're like, welcome to secrets of the universe.
I'm the host. Brett. Scott. Is you hear that? I need to put up drapes to drown out. The echo. Hello. Fascinating.
I think that YouTube is the perfect place for Secrets of the Universe.
Would we get away with calling it that, though? Because, we are kind of ripping it from UHF.
So the movie was kind of a bomb. The studio that made it is gone. I don't think Weird Al would care.
That's true. I think he'd actually like it.
You're just using the name. You're not calling yourself Philo. The only similarity is that you echo. And you're going to do
the episode until I stop.
So you just go until they make you stop. And then if you're good at it, people care, then people will be like, nah, let him stick around. Tomorrow he's going to show us how to burn your wiener on the oven.
I can't use mine because it's locked inside a steel case. That's why I'm going to use these hot dogs.
See, this is perfect. You need to pick a night of the week come home and just Secrets of the Universe for like 25 minutes.
Without pants.
Without pants. See, well, that'll be the show every Thursday night at like 8 to 8:30. So you can have pants on for Secrets of the Universe unless it makes you more comfortable to be without them. And then you can talk about slap-on pants until you have a fan base large enough that someone makes them.
And then they send me a pair, and I repeatedly hurt myself slapping them on. And I make a video just like the Slap Chop guy did for Slap Chop, except it's slap, ow, my balls, balls,
So that would be perfect.
Yes, it would.
So I highly recommend Monday nights at 7 p.m. Secrets of the Universe.
I need to bring my little yellow notebook to work and start jotting things down.
Right, you go on break, you're like, what am I doing on Secrets of the Universe tonight? You know, you get like one big experiment and two small ones.
And none of them will ever work out right.
You can make a couple hand puppets and have a segment where it's like two little kids, like Dick and Jane, and they die. And then you can kind of, we're going to need another Timmy.
I was just going to say that.
So there's a lot of opportunity there. We have 2 viewers while it is live tonight. I've never seen that many. Oh my God! It's because you, Brett. You are what people want.
I'm adorable.
Yeah, that's why you need to do it. If you're watching and you have a Twitter, hashtag Secrets of the Universe, yes. And Brett will do it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't get this buzz going.
Secrets of the Universe, yes. Because Brett will teach you completely baloney science that might work. Can you really turn your cat into a refrigerator?
But you know what? It probably won't. But we'll have fun trying before the cops come and take me away.
Exactly. And you can, Halloween's right around the corner, so you can go to the dollar store and buy like vials and stuff, all sorts of scientific looking things, fake organs.
Fake? I know a guy. I don't need to get fake.
I just said fake for the live stream.
Shit, this is live! I mean, bottles of soda, yeah!
And then who knows? Maybe you'll wind up on real TV. I don't mean the channel real TV, but I mean like on the television. Doing fake science. Destroying.
Right now, I just don't know if it'll support my weight.
Destroying the future of our nation by corrupting the children into thinking that broccoli can be used as a fuel source for nuclear rockets.
I don't think they need my help for that anyway. I'm pretty sure the networks have already got that covered on their own.
But if we get you on PBS, they think you're educational. And Sesame Street's leaving PBS, so there's an open hour.
How drunk would they have to be to think that I'm actually educational?
Then they can, you come out of the bottom, and there's like, smoke, lasers, and a strobe light, and you're like, secrets of the universe. And then
Suddenly
your face
myself is the next Beekman's World.
From the bottom. Beekman's World wanted to teach you real science because they were Bill Nye, but with a big rat and some penguins.
No, but I was going to say I'm foreseeing myself being in Beekman's World, but fake.
Maybe you'll be on Adult Swim.
There'll be like words and flying across the screen say, "Don't try this at home. This will kill you."
I think you should tell people to try things at home.
Now I'm going to take this steak knife and I'm going to use it to open this can of uranium. Feel free to try this at home. Stab. Odd note, I actually have used one of my kitchen knives to open a can once.
See, and you can do these things.
I misplaced the can opener.
And you were like, to hell with it, and you just started stabbing.
Yep. I'm surprised I didn't cut myself.
So, hashtag Secrets of the Universe, yes. Because Brett will do this Monday nights at 7.
Yes.
Yes. You like it. I know you do.
I do.
It can be so simple, and it just needs to be 20 to 25 minutes long.
Your standard length of an anime episode.
Right. Or just a regular television show. But you have to come up from the bottom.
No, it can't be a regular television show. Remember, they're no more than like 16 minutes now because of all the commercials.
That does have some merit. But you come up from underneath and then say it. I want to hear you say it one more time because it's so great when you say it.
Welcome to secrets. Oh. The universe. Shut up. The echo. Is it off? Okay. How's that?
That's pretty good. So that
I even did the rise up from the bottom.
See, from Kimmy Schmidt, episode 1, we got to Secrets of the Universe. And I agreed, maybe we'll watch movies instead.
Man, from the original premise of this show, we kind of got off track halfway through.
That's the plan. Because that's what happens. You never know what's going to happen when you're not wearing pants. So,
nope. I just pray I have some slap-on pants when the delivery guy comes with my pizza.
If you're going to go without pants, kids, play it safe.
Play with matches.
Without your pants on.
Yes.
That's how you get rid of pubes. I didn't say anything. Oh my gosh. So, what movie shall we watch for next week?
Oh, I thought we were going to continue with this. Or are we going to do a movie?
Well, you kind of convinced me since you pitched doing something different every week. But we could stick with Kimmy Schmidt.
Tell you what. We'll do what we did back in school. Roll the dice.
Okay. What's our what means what? Highs, lows, evens, odds, a certain number?
We'll go evens, odds. I figured highs and lows. Decided highs and lows was kind of like a highs and lows cheated the system a little bit. You were something that felt like you were more geared to roll in a certain way half the time.
Because there's 2 dice, so highs are kind of more likely.
Yeah. Highs are more likely. That and there high no, and if we had the cutoff was at 6, but unfortunately there's no 1 when you roll 2 dice.
Right.
So we'll just go even. We'll watch a movie. Odd. Another Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay.
Even. 6.
So
Movie it is.
Movie. What movie are we watching?
There's so many. See, here's the other. This is why I get so overwhelmed with Netflix. Is there's just so many things. Oh, you know what? Actually, might be a little bit enjoyable for a topic of discussion.
What's that?
As much as I kind of be grinding my teeth a little bit, but the RoboCop remake.
Is it on Netflix?
I believe it is. I saw it a while back.
If it's not, I have an idea.
Okay.
And what I'm going to pitch is a documentary.
I know that voice.
Yes, I haven't watched it yet. But I've been listening to Billy West talk all week, and now I have to.
I loved it when you texted me that like year and a half ago or whatever. Watch this documentary. Do it now. Like I know.
And you're like, is it good? I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but you need to watch it.
So I'm like, I know that voice. So I brought up on my net. I can't remember what I was doing at the time, but I brought it up and went, "Oh, they're interviewing voice actors. Cool." I'm like, well, I put down Arizona and said, "We're gonna watch this." Don't do documentaries all that much, but that was cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, and I think you may have thought I was trying to trick you at first.
I did. I was like, what? A documentary?
It's like, and it turns out that it's a documentary about musicals.
No, at first I was thinking something else. I'm like,
So you know how I've got these like funny looking beaver teeth?
No, I've never noticed before, Mr. Timmy Turner.
Anyway, so I'll be dumb like just now, which is why there's this big streak. And I'll pour back, and I won't put the nozzle to my lips, like a smart person does. But my beaver teeth, even though they're kind of small, work as a shield, and the water hits them instead of into the opening of my mouth, and then it just sprays everywhere. So then I get this, this line of supreme intelligence running down my chest, and it's just a disaster. But we're almost at an hour here, so I'm going to wrap things up. That was our very first.
For an hour?
We've been on for almost an hour, about 57 minutes.
Do we still have those viewers?
We still have one recorded viewer, but we've had comments from 2 people.
People like listening to us talk. Phenomenal. No, mind-boggling. That's it.
I think people just like looking at you. Look at me. I'm really tough to look at. But I think it's you, man.
Look at me. Now look back at Dylan. Now me again. Dylan wants more. Look back at me.
No, I have to say, look at me. And then you say it.
Look at me.
No, look at me.
Look at me.
No, I said me.
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 You just like messing with stuff. So, we talked about the first episode of Kimmy Schmidt, which we're not going to keep up with watching a TV show. We're going to start watching movies instead, which we can do without pants on because we're not doing it together necessarily. We're either going to watch...
unless we make eye contact.
Right. We're either going to watch RoboCop or we're going to watch I Know That Voice. If we watch RoboCop first, we'll watch I Know That Voice the following week. How's that sound?
Okay. Oh, we're going to do this is a Thursday thing?
Yeah, I'm thinking Thursdays because it's kind of the day that I'm not busy and I do laundry, so I'm going to be home anyway.
I might not be able to do it next week because I'm heading home next week.
Oh, what's home next week?
Next week is my 10-year high school reunion.
Oh, you decided to go!
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Are you excited?
I don't know. Yes and no. I haven't seen some of these people in 10 years.
Are you wearing your lab coat and goggles?
Should I take the coat?
You should. You should totally lie about what you do for a living.
I should.
I think I
need new goggles, though.
You tell them you have a public access internet television show called Secrets of the Universe, and it's educational, and their children should watch it.
Yes.
You see?
And then I tell them, but before that, I was a football-playing king from outer space.
Right. And then you tell them that you're also getting into voice acting, and you make monster noises for them. So, there we are. That's it for Without Pants this week. Like I said, we watched Kimmy Schmidt. We're going to watch a movie next time, so get ready for that. Any final words, Brett?
Good night, everybody, and remember, drop trow and enjoy yourself.
See you later.